The most difficult stage in a man's life is finding a good wife, yes. Making money is not a problem to a man, no. A man can do anything to survive and he will succeed. Men don't get problem in that, no. But you see, finding a good wife, hey, that is the most difficult.
Hello, guys. Don't believe that BS that any woman is ready to get married. I know some men are being like, persuaded by, this talking point that this woman is ready to marriage. Those that are ready to marriage is already married. Those women that are ready to marry is already in their husband's place. You know what I mean? Especially the African one. What you see that when somebody presents you anyone and say, "Oh, she's ready to get married," what you see is desperation. You know what I mean? Is desperation from from that woman. If someone is presenting to you that this I know this lady, she's ready to get married. She's finished having fun. Now she want to get married. She want to settle down. But women, most of the time when they even come close to having this conclusion that they are ready to get married, time is already against them. I've seen it a lot in Africa. Time has already passed before most of them will say this. You can say because especially this new generation when they're having fun, you know, when they're having fun, they don't. Marriage is not even in their radar. They don't consider it. They don't think about it. What they think is just this fun. Let me have it. So when they come out with this bullshit about you're ready to get married, they are not ready to get married. What they are at that particular time is that they are desperate. Time is running against them. And as a man, or as an African man, you have to be very careful when you see this language. Someone is throwing this language to you because, we have a lot to lose, especially we African men, because we do all the heavy lifting in Africa. For you to get married in Africa, you do a lot of heavy lifting, especially where I come from, the part of Africa where I come from. There's lots of heavy lifting there. If you're gonna get married as a man, you have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Some you have to pay bride price. You have to do traditional wedding, which costs a lot of money. And if anything goes the other way, if things doesn't go your way, you have a lot to lose. That's why you have to be very careful with this language of desperate women that are ready to settle down. Those that are ready to settle down, they're already married and they're in their husband's place and they are doing well. But those, you can call them leftover, like Chinese used to describe their women, that these women that are leftover women. These are the women that have been in different relationship, but they still, they kind of they are troublesome. That's why no one is coming to get married to them, and some of them might not even have a problem. It's just that they are aloof. They are not humble. They look down on men. You know what I mean? And this is why time is passing by, and time is against them. And now they are telling their friends that they are ready to get married. And some of them have even been in serious relationship which didn't result in marriage, or even result in marriage but it didn't work out. And in Africa, if you get married for the first time as a woman, this is doesn't affect men. It's as a woman, if you get married for the first time and that first one didn't work out, I mean, you have to be very lucky to have another second chance. You have to be very, very lucky to have a second chance to get married. But it's not the same with men. Men can get married 3 times if they want, which is not the ideal. The ideal one is to get married once and stay, things work out for you. But, things are changing rapidly in Africa, that relationships are very difficult now to build. I don't, people will blame all sorts of things, social media, stuff like that, but I don't think it's social media. But there's always an alibi for people to, take to escape, give furnish excuse, people can always furnish excuses why the things didn't go well, But the thing is that relationship now is hard to maintain, build, but because the beginning is always sweet, when relationship is at the beginning stage is sweet, it's when when you when you start spending time with each other, start finding fault, start finding lots of fault, sometimes you're lucky. You find fault you can manage. Sometimes you don't find the ones you find you cannot manage it and you have to exit by the door or by the back door, anyhow you exit. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Peace.